Hey, what is going down, Am I on the Air universe? Before we get started, I just want to let you know that today's podcast is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today and become a member and immediately be connected with advertisers that fit your audience. That's podgo.co at podgo.co. And be sure to add Am I on the Air in that section where it asks you, how'd you hear about Podgo? You heard it right here, Am I on the Air? So make sure you fill that out in the application. Thanks, everyone, and enjoy the show.
Hi, am I on the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
John, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Am I in the air? Sunday nights, prime time. I flex my better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off-scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke, all the steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air.
Yo, what is going down, everybody? I am back. Welcome back to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? Yes, we are on the air. We're broadcasting live from the Red Dragons radio studios here in lovely Tucson, Arizona on this Monday, June the 12th. That's right, guys. We're back. We are back to our regularly scheduled time, our regularly scheduled day. We're on a Monday. We're on time. The last couple of weeks, our schedule has been all thrown off, and I'm so happy to get a little bit of normalcy back here on the podcast. This is season 22, episode 26, and tonight's show is titled Such a Poser. That is right. We are ready, guys. We're ready to get you caught up with all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, television, movies, reviews. You come right here, you listen to Am I on the Air, and you get all caught up. Along which, you also get non-spoiler reviews of your latest movies and television shows. Tonight, I got 2 movies to review for you, and I got multiple television shows to get into. So I'm happy to have some new stuff to break down on top of the news of the week. So before we get going here tonight, I do want to shout out a couple plugs. Last week was a big week for the podcast, and you guys might have missed something. Whenever we do multiple episodes of the podcast, something gets lost in the shuffle. Some people forget to listen to one or the other or all the above. Whatever the case may be, there becomes a little bit of confusion with the way that podcast feeds load. So you might have missed something. So I want to take a second to make sure you didn't miss a beat last week, because we had 3 podcast episodes drop in the last 7 days. 3. You heard me correct. It was a big, big week for the podcast. So we had our normal Am I on the Air episode drop at the beginning of last week. It was episode 25, The Forever War. So that came out. We talked about the Tomorrow War, the Forever Purge, Boss Baby Family Business, and Fear Street 1994. So those were all the reviews, plus, of course, the news of the week. We also dropped a brand new Am I on the Air Quick Bite episode. So that was podcast number 2. The new Quick Bite, talking about the big deal of Peacock and Universal doing the deal where theatrical movies from Universal will be going to Peacock first when they hit streaming. And we broke that all down. It's a really great, 10-minute episode. It's a quick bite just to get you really to understand what's going to happen with that merger and with that deal. So that was episode number 2. Episode number 3 that dropped was bringing back a new Am I Still on the Air. That's right. Remember, we do have that spin-off podcast, Am I Still on the Air, which is usually a spoiler review or it's a breakdown of a certain subject. Well, last week we did the Am I Still in the Air with a Fast 9 spoiler review. That's right. Breaking down F9, the Fast Saga, and all of its spoiler-filled glory. My boy Friggins was on with me. So me and Friggins sat down for about a little over an hour, and we just broke this film down, what we loved, what we hated, what we laughed at, everything in between on the Fast Saga. So 3 big episodes dropped. And I wanted to make sure that you're all aware of this because, like I said, I just feel like whenever we do multiple episodes, something gets lost in the shuffle. So please, if you missed any of these, go back, download, and listen and, enjoy. I just want to make sure nobody misses anything. So the Forever War, the latest episode of Am I on the Air before tonight's episode, the Am I on the Air Quick Bite, which was about the NBC, Universal, and Peacock deal. Remember, the Quick Bite episodes are under a different podcast feed, so you have to subscribe to Am I on the Air Quick Bite, so make sure you subscribe to that. And then the third episode, the Am I Still on the Air F9 spoiler review with my boy Friggins and I. That is on the regular podcast feed. So some of you might have listened to that and didn't hear the Forever War episode, or you listened to the Forever War episode and you missed the F9 episode. And for those of you that still aren't subscribed to the Quick Bites, you probably missed that all together. So we've been trying to promote all 3 episodes as much as we can, but of course that gets lost in the shuffle. So make sure you listen and subscribe, and so you never miss an episode. So thanks guys for indulging me on a couple plugs there. And speaking of Am I Still on the Air spoiler reviews, we are planning, I'm going to give you a heads up right now, we are planning to do a Black Widow one later this week, and we'll probably even do that one in video form and get that up on the YouTube page and the audio form on the podcast feed. But yes, we are looking to do Black Widow with my boy Friggins coming back and my boy Peeps, so we are looking to get into that later this week. We're just trying to lock down some scheduling, but keep an eye out for that. Okay, back to tonight's episode. Let's get into it. Non-spoiler movie reviews to kick us off. And of course, we got to start with the number 1 movie in the world, the pandemic-breaking record box office, Marvel Studios, back in theaters for the first time in a year and a half. It's Black Widow, baby. That's right. Black Widow finally got into theaters. Remember, this movie was supposed to come out in May of 2020. Then it was pushed to the summertime. Then it was pushed to November. Then it was pushed all the way to May of 2021. Then it was pushed one more time to July 7th. 2021, and it finally stuck the landing. It came out in theaters, and it was also available in Premiere All Access over on Disney Plus. The movie made over $80 million in the box office. It made over $60 million on Disney Plus, a massive hit. Another $100 million overseas. The movie has already made over $200 million worldwide in just its first week. Congratulations to Marvel Studios, to Disney, to everybody involved in this. It's a massive, massive hit. So I saw it. I saw it twice actually already. So I'm excited to talk about this one because it's been a long time coming. As you know, Black Widow has been in a part of the MCU since Iron Man 2. She's probably the second longest running character next to Iron Man himself. So it's about damn time that she gets her own movie. Now, for those of you that still don't know or are wondering how is this possible, since she obviously met her fate in Endgame, this movie does take place after Civil War, Captain America Civil War, and before Infinity War. And the movie does a really good job at kind of explaining where they're at in the timeline and really setting up by the end of the movie that it's heading towards Infinity War. So I thought that was great. There's a lot of little Easter eggs and tidbits that they kind of throw in to kind of make you be like, it's foreshadowing. I know where we're going here. So I saw it opening night in IMAX, and I absolutely loved it. And then I went again for a second time over the weekend on Saturday with my daughter, and it's so good. I actually enjoyed it more the second go around. Now, is this one of the best Marvel movies? Is this like top tier Marvel? No. But you know, Marvel knows what they're doing and they know how to get these movies done. So even as a mid-grade Marvel movie, it's still outstanding. It's got a lot of action. It's got a lot of heart. All the characters are amazing in this film. Of course, Scarlett Johansson, who's just incredible as Black Widow. You got Florence Pugh, who just steals the show in this movie. I'm so glad that her character's sticking around. We should be seeing her more in the Hawkeye television show on Disney Plus, and who knows what else in the future, but she was just fantastic. David Harbour, man, amazing as Red Guardian, and Rachel Weisz as a former widow herself. So the core cast there was just great. Of course, you have Taskmaster as the villain, so it was cool seeing that character kind of come to the big screen. The story is a little bit more simplified here. This is Natasha on the run after Captain America Civil War. She gets a package from her long lost sister. The movie starts with a big flashback in the beginning, kind of showing the family dynamic and then them being on the run and getting separated. So she hasn't seen her little sister in a long time, and then finds out that there's something going on with the widow system and that the Red Room is up and running and active. So they team up basically to try to take down the Red Room. Now, obviously, there's more to it, but I'm going to stay very spoiler-free here. Like I said, great action, great heart, cast is amazing, awesome humor. I had a blast with this film. I really, really did. And when we get into our spoiler review on the Am I Still in the Air, we'll break down, Marvel rankings. Where does this fall in the grand scheme of the 24 plus films in the MCU? We'll break it all down. I updated my list last night, so I'm ready to go. But I really, really liked it. If you love Marvel, if you love these movies and you love Natasha Romanoff, aka the Black Widow, you're going to love this film. It's really, really good. Everybody I know that's seen it has really enjoyed it to certain extents. And yeah, I really can't wait to watch it again. So, it's a big thumbs up for me for Black Widow. I would give this one 4 out of 5 stars. I really, really loved it. So there you go. That's Black Widow. Up next is part 2 of the Fear Street trilogy that is dropped on Netflix. So last week's episode, we talked about Fear Street Part 1, 1994. Tonight, we're going to talk Fear Street Part 2, 1978. In 1978, two rival groups at Camp Nightwing must band together to solve a terrifying mystery when horrors from their town's history come alive. Fear Street 1978 was a blast. I really, really dug this one. You'll know from last week's review, I didn't care for 1994 very much. Just something about it just didn't vibe for me. But 78 is a throwback to the Jason Voorhees camp slasher type of movies, and I really, really had a blast with this. So good up on Fear Street, who I'd say thumbs down on 1994, but a big thumbs up on 1978. It's gory, it's fun, it keeps your interest. So good job on Fear Street, which once again is doing this trilogy rollout. We had part 1 last week, part 2 this week, and part 3 next week. So we're ready, man. Fear Street part 3, 1666 comes out this Friday on Netflix. But hey, man, check out 1978. I love this one. This is a 3 out of 5 for me. It was really, really good and a great, fun horror watch over on Netflix. Okay, let's switch gears to TV because we got a lot to break down over on television. First up is a new show that debuted on HBO and HBO Max just last night. It's called The White Lotus. And this one here is about a hotel called The White Lotus in Hawaii. And it's about a lot of different people kind of coming to this island for vacation, for honeymoons, like just different kind of, it's an ensemble piece. This is a limited series. You have Connie Britton in this, Steve Zahn, Jennifer Coolidge, my girl Alexandra Daddario. There's a lot of people that pop up in this thing, and basically it's just about these different pockets of people and what goes down at the White Lotus. And the episode starts with saying there was a death at the hotel, and then it kind of flashes back 1 week, so we don't know who dies, we don't know what's going on. But I really enjoyed it, so I'm definitely along for the ride. I believe this is going to be 6 episodes. It's a weekly rollout. It's now streaming on HBO and HBO Max, so definitely check out The White Lotus. My second show that I got into and started watching is the new comedy drama Kevin Can Fuck Himself. So this is on AMC, And what I really was interested in is this is led by Annie Murphy, who I love from Schitt's Creek. So she's the lead on this. And this is, I don't even know how to explain this show because it basically partially takes place in a sitcom universe where she is like the housewife of, you know, like a King of Queens type of show. But then it alternates to like this different reality where she's not happy with her life and she's thinking about killing her husband and all this other drama stuff is happening. But then when it flips back, it's like it's in a sitcom world, right? It's got a laugh track and it's very colorful and bright and it's all these weird jokes, but then it'll switch. She goes to the next room and the color dims out and she's focusing on her life. And I don't know, man, I'm 2 episodes into this. I am very intrigued. I just don't know how I really feel yet because I don't feel like the show's really gotten up and running to a full extent for me to get it and really know where it's going. But so far, it's very intriguing. I like the idea of it. And I love Annie Murphy, who leads this thing. So I'll continue to check it out. Got a couple more episodes on the DVR that I'll be burning through. But the first 2 episodes, man, thumbs up. Definitely interested to see where this goes. That's Kevin Kneff himself, which is now on AMC. My next one is more of a, kiddie kind of show that's over on Disney+. It's called The Mysterious Benedict Society. This is... like I said, it's on Disney+. It's based on the kids' books about these gifted children who are recruited to do a mission. It's led by Tony Hale, who of course I love. Kristen Schaal is in this, and she's awesome as always. And so far, the kids are really good in this as well too. I've watched the first 2 episodes. My daughter really, really likes this. I love the first episode. I didn't think the second episode was as strong. I still got a couple more to get through, but it's fun, man. I think it's a fun family one with these kids and the mystery. And so, hey, man, check this one out on Disney+, The Mysterious Benedict Society. My next one is Monsters at Work. So keeping up with the kids, this is the Monsters Inc. spin-off show that is also now streaming on Disney+. The first 2 episodes launched last week. Monsters at Work takes place with a character named Tyler Tuskman, who arrives at Monsters Incorporated to begin his dream job as a scarer, but he discovers that scaring's out and laughter's in, and as a result, he's temporarily reassigned to MIFT, which is the Monsters Incorporated Facilities team. So it's kind of like this spin-off of Monsters Inc., but you still have some of the main characters in there, like Mike Wazowski and Sully, but then a lot of new characters that are really, really cool as well, too. So this was fun, man. My daughter really liked this one. So if you're a fan of Monsters Inc., definitely check out Monsters at Work. Streams new episodes every Wednesday on Disney+. And the next new episode is the latest in Marvel Studios' Legends series, which is also on Disney+. Of course, they dropped the new one for Black Widow. So remember what the Legends show does is it's about 10 minutes long, and it takes you through the journey of a character through the whole MCU. So a lot to break down with Black Widow, but it's a cool setup. And I just love watching these little retrospectives of these characters on the Legends show. I really like it. So check out the Black Widow version that has just dropped on Disney+. And lastly, a shout out to Atypical. Atypical is a great show over on Netflix, focusing on this kid with autism. And it's a family dynamic. It's a family drama comedy that's really funny. The 4th season just dropped on Friday. I've already finished it. We binged it in like 2 days because it's such a good show. I fell in love with this show way late. I mean, the show's been out for several years, and I just got into this show within the last year. So I'm super excited that there was a new season, but I was also very bummed because this 4th season is the finale. It's the 4th and final season of the show. But guys, if you're looking for something to get a good laugh of and sit back and just have a good heartwarming show, check out Atypical. This 4th season was great, and they really definitely went out with a bang on that one. So there you guys go, man. There was a lot of reviews to get through. So on the movie side, once again, we had Black Widow now in theaters and on Disney Plus with Premiere Access for $30, a nice $30 chump. But Black Widow, 4 out of 5 stars. Fear Street 1978 Part 2 now streaming on Netflix. That would be 3 out of 5 stars. We have over on TV The White Lotus, which is now streaming on HBO Max and HBO. Kevin Can F Himself, which is on AMC and the AMC Plus app. The Mysterious Benedict Society, which is on Disney+, Atypical, which is on Netflix, and Monsters at Work, which is on Disney+, and Marvel Studios' Legends, Black Widow, which is also on Disney+. Speaking of Disney+, this Wednesday, the finale of Loki. I can't believe we're already 6 episodes in. I can't wait to see where it goes. Will we get Kang the Conqueror? I don't know, but man, I'm excited to see where it takes us, man. The finale of Loki this Wednesday on Disney+. All right, guys, with that all being said, that's our reviews. Let's switch gears and let's get over to our news of the week. The Kissing Booth trailer has dropped for Kissing Booth 3, and we've also found out that the movie will drop in August. We also found out that Marvel Studios and DC Films are going to be skipping the Comic-Con at Home 2021. That's going to be coming out later this month, so big hit for Comic-Con at Home for sure. Kevin Feige revealed that multi-picture deals are going to vary and that they're no longer the norm. Remember when they first started signing characters in Phase 1, they would sign people for 5, 6, 7, 8 films, knowing that, hey, we're going to need you down the road. But now Kevin Feige says, you know what? We don't really do that anymore. We just want people that want to be involved in the MCU, people that want to come back and do these films and do these projects on their own, and we don't have to force them because of a contract. So I love that ideal. I love that idea that, you know, we don't want to force people to do it. We want people that are excited to be a part of the MCU and want to come back and do this stuff. So that's really, really cool, and I did love hearing that news there. We have your first look at Zachary Levi as Kurt Warner in the new movie American Underdog, a new featurette drop, so you can check that out. We also have the first finale promo for The Flash Season 7. That's right. Season finale is coming on. I don't know if this week is part 1 and then next week is part 2 and then it's over, or we're going to do part 1 this week and then actually have that be the finale leading into Season 2 later in the year. But yeah, you can meet Impulse for the first time in the finale promo, so check that out. Lance Reddick is returning as Sharon in Lionsgate's John Wick Chapter 4. So, of course, he's the guy that runs the hotel, the Continental. So, love seeing Lance Reddick come back for that. The Addams Family 2 has dropped their first trailer, so check that out for the Addams Family Vacation. Zack Snyder teasing the Army of Thieves movie, which is a prequel to Army of the Dead, which is centered on the Dieter character from Army of the Dead. He was the safecracker. So this is a prequel movie, doesn't have anything to do with zombies, but you get to see what this character was up to before Army of the Dead. I'm looking forward to this. This drops later in the year on Netflix. Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell, they have a new musical picture called Spirited, and that has begun filming. So looking forward to that, man. I can see Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell being an awesome team together. An animated series based on the comic Faust is in development. I'm not too familiar with this one here, so hopefully that will turn out to be good. There's a new Blade Runner anime called Black Lotus that is coming, and they are working on the voice cast for that. Bill Condon is set to direct a new adaptation of Guys and Dolls. Congratulations to the Tomorrow War, which was watched by over 2.4 million U.S. households. And that's just from one streaming calculation. So 2.4 million, very, very strong, which of course a couple days after this news dropped, they have announced that Tomorrow War 2 has been greenlit, looking like Chris Pratt and Chris McKay are coming back to do the sequel. So that is pretty damn awesome. If you've seen the movie, you know I loved it. I reviewed it on last week's show. I don't know how they would do a sequel. I mean, all movies can always figure out a way, but I really wasn't expecting this news. I thought it was kind of a one and done. So very excited to hear about Tomorrow War 2. Really, really excited. I love this movie. It's one of my favorites of the year. American Horror Stories has added Aaron Tveit and 16 other people to the cast. So you could check out a full breakdown of everybody that's signed up for the American Horror Stories spinoff, American Horror Stories. We got an article up talking about Good Girls and why was the renewal not done. That it looked like a renewal was all but a done deal. So what the heck happened? We have a full breakdown of what was speculated as why this show is not returning, which I'm still pissed about because I really do like Good Girls, and I'm mad that we're not getting our our proper finale. SWAT is going to open season 5 with a Hondo-centric, Eastwood-inspired two-parter that was filmed in Mexico. So looking forward to SWAT coming back, one of my favorite shows on TV. Bridgerton meets The Bachelor. That's right, it's a new dating series that's been ordered over at Peacock TV. Pride and Prejudice, it looks like is what it's going to be called. It's a new dating series, like I said, that is essentially Bridgerton meets The Bachelor. I don't know how they're going to pull that one off. It sounds stupid as hell to me, but hey, there you go. Hugh Jackman, Laura Dern, and Vanessa Kirby will star in the follow-up to the Oscar winner The Father, with the new movie called The Son. So there you go there. Give me one sec. Oh, Red Notice. Man, one of my most anticipated movies of the year is Red Notice, which is the new rock movie with Gal Gadot and Ryan Reynolds, FBI's top profiler, world's most wanted art thief, and the greatest conman in the world. Red Notice premieres on Netflix November 12th. Looking really forward to this one. I think it's going to be awesome. I love this cast, and this is a big movie. This is Netflix's biggest movie to date, so very excited to see how they pull off Red Notice. We have the first poster and trailer and release date for Marvel Studios' next Disney Plus show, which is the animated show What If? One question changes everything. The original series will start streaming on Disney Plus August 11th. So we're just about a month away on that one. First animated series, What If, starts streaming on August 11th with new episodes every Wednesday. Of course, this is the animated show that basically says, hey, if we took the MCU, put it into the multiverse and said, hey, what if, it was T'Challa that got picked up by Yondu instead of Peter Quill, and then T'Challa became Star-Lord, what would happen in these different scenarios? What if Peggy Carter became Captain America instead of Steve Rogers, things like that. So I'm looking forward to this. As you all know, if you've been listening to me, I'm not a big animated fan, but I will be for Marvel. I am excited to see what they do with these alternate things, especially since the movie cast is all coming back to do the voices on this show, including they got Chadwick Boseman before he passed away, so we'll get to hear Chadwick as T'Challa once again, so that is pretty damn special and awesome. Okay, moving along. We have the first trailer for Queen Pin, starring Kristen Bell and Kirby Howell-Baptiste. I thought this trailer was actually really good. I knew nothing about this movie, which always trips me out. I do this show every week. I talk about everything coming and going. So sometimes when a movie pops up and I'm like, damn, I don't even remember ever hearing about this, it always trips me out. But this Queen Pins movie is based on a true story about couponing and these girls that do it really well and start making all this extra money, but then the police come after them. I think it looks super interesting. So yeah, definitely looking forward to Queen Pins. The first trailer also dropped for Disney's new movie Encanto. This looks awesome. It introduces the magical family of Casa Madrigal with new songs from Lin-Manuel Miranda. It looks really cute. I'm looking forward to this one for sure. Paramount announced they're releasing the first 4 Star Trek films in 4K, so that's pretty cool there. HBO Max's Search Party has added Jeff Goldblum for season 5. I love this news. Search Party is a show a couple months back I was telling you all about. I found it on HBO Max and binged the first 4 seasons like no tomorrow. I love this show, so I'm so excited that season 5 is coming. And the addition of Jeff Goldblum, let's go. I really love that. Peacock has ordered a second season of the comedy Rutherford Falls, which I did start, and it's okay. I didn't love it, but I liked it. It's funny. So I'm about halfway through season 1, but glad to hear it got picked up for a season 2 already over on Peacock. The first teaser trailer for American Horror Stories dropped, and that debuts on Friday over on FX, and then the next day on FX on Hulu. Paramount Plus has also renewed Evil for a 3rd season. Very excited about this as well. I'm still binging through the first season, and then I'll get into the second season, but I'm glad we're only a couple episodes into season 2, and they've already renewed it, so that shows that it's doing really well for the streamers, so I do love that. We have the first teaser for Scenes from a Marriage, which stars Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain. It's a new HBO miniseries that comes out later this summer, so looking forward to that. we have the first trailer for Dark Side of the 90s, which is the newest docu-series from Vice TV. So check that out. AMC Plus's The North Water has dropped their first trailer starring Jack O'Connell and Colin Farrell. I'm really excited about this news here. There is a new Matthew Vaughn movie coming out called Argyle. And I love the announcement of this because Matthew Vaughn's going to do this movie next. Kingsman keeps getting delayed, but he's going to be moving on to his next project, which is a brand new spy thriller called Argyle. And they have assigned an all-star cast to this, which will also feature Dua Lipa in her acting debut. But check this out. This will be led by Henry Cavill, Superman himself. So a great lead right here. John Cena, Samuel L. Jackson, Bryce Dallas Howard, Catherine O'Hara, Bryan Cranston, and Oscar-winning actor Sam Rockwell all signed on to this movie based on a novel. Dude, I love this news. Great cast. Let's go. I know with Matthew Vaughn at the helm, this is going to be amazing. And he says, you've never seen a spy thriller like this. So it just gets me so stoked because I love the first two Kingsman movies. And if he does anything even remotely like that with this, it's going to be fantastic. All right, The Walking Dead Season 11. We've got some teasers, character posters, and more, so check that out. We also have the trailer for Chapel Wait, which is the new Stephen King series over on Epix. We have the first trailer for Mr. Corman, which is Joseph Gordon-Levitt's new Apple TV Plus show. I did like this trailer. This looks really interesting, so I'm down to check that out. Ant-Man 3 is currently filming, and reportedly Corey Stoll will be returning as Yellow Jacket. So very interesting there. Would love to see that. Javier Bardem is set to star in a new children's book adaptation of Lyle Crocodile. Uza Aduba and Matthew Broderick are set to lead the opioid crisis drama Painkiller. That'll be a new series they're putting together. Mike Coulter says he never got closure after the Netflix cancellation of Luke Cage. I hope he doesn't get that closure because Kevin Feige will be calling him soon to do some more Luke Cage. So we'll keep our fingers crossed on that. Fandango says they saw their best advance ticket sales of the year for Black Widow. So that's fantastic. Alex Tarrant joins the cast of NCIS Hawaii. He'll be a series regular. And Enver Kajokaj is set to recur for the show. Grey's Anatomy vet Justin Chambers is going to make his TV return as Marlon Brando in Paramount Plus's limited series The Offer. We've been talking about that one for a while. Dominic Monaghan is set to star in a new futuristic drama called Moonhaven. That'll be set over on AMC. Kiefer Sutherland joins Showtime's The First Lady as President Roosevelt opposite Gillian Anderson's Eleanor. Amazon Prime, along with IMDb TV, will have licensing rights for things like F9 and Jurassic World Dominion for 10 months after they stream on Peacock first. So this kind of is an addition to what I did the Am I on the Air quick bite on last week, which was that Peacock deal with Universal. So Peacock's going to get it first for I think 4 or 5 months, and then they will roll to Prime Video and IMDb TV for another 10 months, and then they will revert back to Peacock. So very interesting there. Prime Video definitely jumping in and making a big commitment on that. Alrighty, what else we got over here? Kristen Bell joins Allison Janney and Ben Platt in the new wedding comedy from Amazon that they're working on. Loki officially marks the biggest Marvel series premiere date on Disney Plus, so congratulations there. We thought that was the case, but we didn't know for sure. Now we know. Pause with Sam J has been renewed for a second season over on HBO. Samara Weaving is set to star in Searchlight drama Chevalier de Saint George. So there you go there. John Boyega is set to star in a new indie drama called 892. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II is set to top line a new limited series from Macro TV Studios. Let me see here. Sorry, just skipping through a couple notes. Oh, the first teaser trailer has officially dropped for The Witcher Season 2. That's right, we had WitcherCon over the weekend. And the first trailer dropped, which has also announced that Season 2 will premiere December 17th over on Netflix. So check out the first Season 2 teaser for The Witcher now. All right, Jason Momoa, we got his new trailer for his movie Sweet Girl, which comes out in August over on Netflix. I love this trailer. This looks like a fun action ride, so definitely check out that trailer if you get a chance. A new Susan Sarandon comedy called Ride the Eagle has been given its first trailer, and a really good cast joining up on this one as well. AMC has greenlight a new series adaptation called Dark Winds, which is based on the George R.R. Martin book. And Dark Winds is coming to AMC Plus and AMC. George R.R. Martin will be executive producing the show. Lionsgate has announced a new comedy revenge called Wedding. It's a comedy revenge wedding and Untitled Adele Lim feature. So those are two comedies that are in development: Revenge Wedding and an Untitled feature for Adele Lim. Catherine Langford's fantasy series Cursed has been canceled over on Netflix after one season. I thought the show looked really good. I had it on my queue. I never watched it. Again, I always feel guilty when I have stuff in my queue and it gets canceled. And I'm like, damn it. If I would have just watched it, these people wouldn't have lost their job. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks to hear that Cursed has been canceled after just one season. But looking forward to seeing what Catherine Langford does next, because she's awesome. We have the first teaser for the anime Witcher that's coming out. The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf has released its teaser, which comes out on August 23rd. We have the first trailer for No Man of God, which has Elijah Wood interrogating Ted Bundy, so check that out. It is official that Greta Gerwig is going to direct Margot Robbie's Barbie movie, so great addition there from the director's chair. Sophia Brown has nabbed the lead role in Netflix's The Witcher Blood Origin, so congratulations there on that. Mike Flanagan is developing an adaptation of Something is Killing the Children. I'm excited about this news. A reboot of the classic 80s animated TV show Silverhawks is in development. Yes, finally! Silverhawks was one of my favorite cartoons. When people ask me, what was some of your favorite cartoons of the 80s? Silverhawks is in my top 5. I love this show. I love the concept. I love the toys. I had all of it. And I've been waiting to see a live action version of Silverhawks. I think it would be amazing. But right now, if all I get's a rebooted animated show, I'll take it. I'm just glad somebody's doing something with the IP of Silverhawks. So very, very excited to hear of that getting put together. We have the guide of all your TV panels and everything that's coming to Comic-Con at Home 2021. Check that out on our Twitter page if you want more. Disney Channel has released the first full trailer for Descendants Wedding, which is coming soon. It's an animated version of Descendants, so look for that. The Good Witch is set to end after 7 seasons. That's right. So it is coming to an end. I don't even know what this show is, and it's been on for 7 seasons. So good job on you for lasting as long as you have. Evil Season 2 will take a break this summer, and then it's going to take like a mid-season break and then come back later in the year. Let's see here. John Slattery is reteaming with John Hamm for the new Fletch reboot that they're doing. Kumail Nanjiani is set to star in Homeland Elegies, which is an adaptation over at FX. We have your first look at the Sex and City sequel series, and just like that, we have your first look photo of the girls, so that is awesome. Black Widow set a new pandemic-era record for preview night at the box office. It made $39.5 million just on that Friday alone when it came out, and then that preview night it made about $14 million. So very big launch there, especially in this quote-unquote pandemic era. Paramount Plus has set their 4 new actors for their Pet Sematary prequel cast that they're putting together as an exclusive on that. James Gunn says he had no rules for his R-rated Suicide Squad movie, so that is fantastic. We got a couple articles up with the director of Black Widow, Kate Shortland, talking about different surprises and twists and turns and the road to theaters. So check out those articles if you are interested. Let's see here. So last week's show, we talked about Richard Donner passing away. And now we're finding out that it looks like the Lethal Weapon and Goonies sequels that he was working on are likely done now that he has passed away. He was going to direct Lethal Weapon 5 himself. And without him at the helm, it doesn't look like either of these two projects will probably move forward. So very, very sad for Lethal Weapon and Goonies for sure. The Mandalorian directors that are returning for the Book of Boba Fett include Jon Favreau, Bryce Dallas Howard, Robert Rodriguez, and Dave Filoni. We also found out that the Book of Boba Fett is currently only planned to run as one season, according to Tamora Morrison, who of course plays Boba Fett. So it looks like a one and done. But we'll see, man. You know, ratings always change the game when it comes down to it. We have an article up talking about the post-credit scene of Black Widow, breaking it down. So check that out if you're interested. Let's see here. We talked about it a little bit earlier when we reviewed Black Widow, but again, at the box office, $80 million in its first weekend, which is the biggest box office debut for the pandemic. Congratulations, breaking the record that F9 just made a couple of weeks ago. Disney, which never talks about money, also reported that Black Widow generated more than $60 million from Disney Plus Premier Access, in addition to the $80 million in theaters. So a lot of people, man, there was a poll that came out and it was about a 50-50 split of what people saw in theaters compared to what people watched at home. Hey, man, it's awesome. I'm glad people had a choice. They're so happy with these Disney Plus numbers that they came out and they reported the 60 million, because that's massive. Because they did not talk money for Cruella, Raya and the Last Dragon. What was the first one? Mulan. They never talked money on any of those because they kind of underperformed. Black Widow, not so much. So people dropping that $30 right there. Black Widow also collected an additional $78 million from 46 international territories, boosting its global box office to an impressive $158 million at the box office. Black Widow's also brought in over $200 million globally, setting the pandemic record domestically. So congratulations there. Best of the pandemic era. I absolutely love it. Sorry, give me one sec. The Walking Dead returns August 22nd, so get ready. We got that promo up for you guys to check out. Marco Zahor is in talks to join John Wick Chapter 4 as the villain. He's the new adversary. I don't know this actor. He doesn't look familiar to me, but I'm sure he's a great martial artist if they have him as the lead villain. That's for damn sure. Paris Hilton is returning to TV in Netflix's new unscripted series Cooking with Paris. Yeah, I'll take a skip on that one. There was an interview with Margot Robbie, and they asked her about her fate in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and she said she had no idea. So there's a really funny article up with her. She had no idea that she got killed off in the future timeline, but she says, hey, that's what's cool about DC is everybody gets to kind of do their own take on the character and different things. So it's a pretty cool article up with her talking about that. Little Mermaid, the live action version, Halle Bailey, who plays the lead Ariel, she has announced that filming has wrapped on the live action movie. Star's Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, has received an early season 2 renewal. The Fairly Odd Parents is getting a live action series over on Paramount Plus, and they are getting the filming going right now. They're actually putting the cast together right now, I should say, and then getting ready to film. Top Gun Maverick director Joseph Kosinski is set to helm WB's new sci-fi picture, Chariot. Anna Kendrick is set to lead Lionsgate's new psychological thriller picture called Alice, Darling. I love Anna Kendrick, so this sounds cool to me. We have the new trailer for Hit and Run, which is Netflix's newest action thriller series. Got some Black Adam set photos that you can check out. This is the last week of filming for Black Adam. The Last Police is getting a TV series pilot ordered over on Fox, I should say. Sorry, I thought it was FX. Over on Fox. Jason Segel, Lily Collins, and Jesse Plemons are set to star in a new Netflix noir called Windfall. Mark Millar and Netflix are teaming up for a new spy project called King of Spies. FBI's Most Wanted Season 3 has added Alexa Davalos as a series regular. Vanessa Bayer, who I really, really like when she pops up. She used to be on SNL. She's got a new home shopping channel comedy called I Love This For You, and it's just been given a series order over on Showtime. Congratulations to the Gossip Girl reboot, which just surpassed The Flight Attendant as HBO Max's biggest launch to date. Wow, big debut for Gossip Girl. CBS announced today their fall premiere dates for all their shows coming up, so check that out to see when your show will return. Cedric the Entertainer has been announced as the host of the 2021 Emmys, so very cool there. Backstreet Boys announced their Las Vegas holiday residency, so they're returning to Las Vegas in November and December with some Christmas-themed shows. Gene Smart is joining that massively stacked Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Damien Chazelle movie called Babylon. Every time I think they're done staffing this thing, we see another big name added. So congratulations to Gene Smart on that. And Jennifer Lopez, along with Skydance, are adapting Rodgers and Hammerstein's catalog for TV and film. And on that note, my friends, we're done. That is our news of the week. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, getting through it all with me. There's a lot of news to kind of blaze through for the last week, along with a ton of reviews. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope I've inspired you to check something out, or maybe talked you out of seeing something. You never know. But thank you so much for tuning in. We kept the show in a nice 45-minute realm tonight. I do love that. So once again, guys, hey, stay tuned because like I said, if you haven't listened to the Am I Still in the Air F9 spoiler review, check that out, guys. I really think you'll enjoy it. It was an awesome conversation with me and Friggins. And then check us out later this week. I hope to be dropping that Black Widow spoiler review. I can't wait to talk that up with Peeps and Friggins as well. All right, let's do some plugs. AmIOnTheAir.com is the official webpage. Make sure you bookmark it. All of our stuff is on that page, so make it real easy on yourself. But make sure you like us on Facebook. Go to Facebook.com/AmIOnTheAir and give us a like. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at AmIOnTheAir. You can follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. Make sure you subscribe to our spin-off podcast, Am I on the Air Quick Bites. It is a separate feed, so make sure you look that up and subscribe. You can listen to that as well on all your favorite platforms. Just like this show, Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star review, subscribe. If Apple Podcast ain't your thing, you can find us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcast. We're all over the interwebs, so just find us and search along. We're available on Instagram and on YouTube, and make sure you follow us on TikTok. That's where I'm doing all the video reviews for all these movies. So when I see them, posting up those video reviews, kind of keeping them under a minute long, taking place of the Stardust videos we used to do. So check that out on TikTok. I'm also sharing those videos to our Instagram page as well. So make sure you follow there for some quick video reviews. And shout out to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio, reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio. That'll do it for me on this Monday, July the 12th. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all have an amazing week. I'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see what we're reviewing on that next flip. So take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all. Peace.
Bye, everybody. Red Dragons! Red Dragons!